All right, guys, so here we have the elevated tricep extensions plus knee in. So what you want to do is go into basically like an elevated push-up or an incline push-up position. But instead of doing a full push-up, you want to kind of sink down, like bend your elbows and push with your triceps instead. And then you'll just bring the knees in nice and slow, though. You don't want to go too quick with those. These are the three-way sliding tucks. So again, you want to have an anterior pelvic tilt with these. And you're just sliding, tucking to the right, left, and then the center. So make sure you have socks on or a towel. These are bird dogs. So you want to make sure that your back is a flat tabletop here, on your hands and knees, and you're extending opposite hand and foot at the same time. So you're pushing that foot and leg back and then extending the hands forward. In a second here, I do show you a progression. If these are a little bit too easy for you, what you can do is right here, I show you, you can raise those knees off the ground and go into that bear crawl stance and then do the bird dog. That makes these way harder. It's a really, really good core exercise, anti-rotational core exercise, and it's good for mind muscle connection as well because, it's using opposite sides of your body at the same time. Here, I call these swimmers. I have no idea what else to call them, but basically you look like you're swimming. So you're starting with your hands up above your head. You want to make sure your shoulders and your chest are raised off the ground as well as your legs. So you're kind of squeezing your butt as well. And you are keeping the arms extended. You're almost like a breaststroke, like pulling your arms back and squeezing your shoulder blades together at the bottom, and then flipping your wrists and bringing those hands back up towards the top of your head. Make sure that your chin is tucked the whole time. You don't want to be looking up while you're doing these. That'll throw your back out of alignment, and we don't want to do that while we're doing these because then you'll start feeling it in your lower back, and we don't want to do that. So yeah, here we've got around the world knee in crunches. So what you're doing is you're starting in a hollow hold. Make sure your lower back is pressed to the ground, shoulders raised off the ground and feet and legs raised off the ground. And you're bringing those arms around and bringing the knees in at the same time. And you're tucking in and those hands are meeting in the middle there. Here we've got the good old plank ups. These are nobody's favorite. So what you're doing is you're starting in a high plank. You're going down into a low plank, so one arm at a time, and then you'll come back up into that high plank. Just make sure when you're doing these, again, you want to make sure your back is nice and flat. You don't want to have your hips sunk way too low or your butt way up high. These, I need you guys to make sure that you are really squeezing when you're doing these. So basically pretend that you're holding dumbbells here, underhand grip, front raise, keep your muscles contracted the entire time and raise up super, super slow, raise back down, lower back down, and then into that bicep curl. But again, you want to go super slow. As you can see here, I'm going as slow as I basically possibly can. I cannot stress enough that you need to be squeezing the entire time while you're doing these, or else you'll be able to do them all day, and we don't want that. We want to have a challenge. So make sure that you're squeezing as tight as you possibly can and just get through all those reps. If you need to, you can do alternating and do one arm at a time, but you should be fine with both arms. Here we got side plank elbow floor taps. So you're going in a side plank. Make sure that your weight is on that forearm on the bottom, and you want to have your elbow bent, hand behind your head, and you're just tapping the floor quickly with that elbow. And then you'll switch to the other side. Reverse plank knee in. So basically this is an upside down plank. Make sure that your shoulders, elbows, wrists are all in line. You want to raise those hips up. Legs will be out straight, and then you'll bring those knees in. Here I show you a modification. If the regular ones are a little bit too difficult for you, bring those knees in into almost like a bridge position or a crab position, and then just bring the legs into a crab position and then bring those knees up. And you'll be good to go.